When we've met someone that we really like and are really into, it's easy for us to start imagining ourselves with this person in a relationship. You know, how would that look? What would it be like? And we tend to imagine that everything within a relationship and us going into it would just perfectly align with theirs. This means that we can miss certain things about each other that we should probably know. And so here are 4 things you must talk about before you enter the relationship with someone that you want. Before we get into that, my Claim Your Man program is now open. In this program, I guide you through how to get commitment from the man that you want step by step, right from the first date. Spots are very limited, so if you want to know how to date in a way that leads to a relationship for the next guy that you're into, then click that link below. So first thing you must chat about before getting into a relationship with a guy that you want are your expectations. What your expectations are and what his are. The biggest killer of relationships before they even start are unexpressed expectations. Honestly, I cannot say this enough, and I do say it a lot. It is absolutely crucial that you are honest with yourself and you are very honest with your partner about what it is you want from the relationship. What you're looking for, what you can be flexible on, what your non-negotiables are. Whether you're looking for something casual or serious, whether you're looking for something exclusive or open. It just ensures that both people are on the same page moving forward. And of course, looking for the same things, which is the biggest reason why most people stop dating nowadays. One of you is looking for something open, the other one's looking for something very traditional and exclusive. One of you is just looking to hang out and have some chilled fun, the other one is ready for marriage tomorrow. But this is also to see whether you guys are compatible or not. And I hate saying this about being compatible because it sounds very clinical and very unromantic, but romance and logistics are both part of building a healthy relationship. And so having this conversation about your expectations is the first step to building a healthy foundation so it can last the test of time. Next thing that you must be honest about is your past. Now I know some people might say maybe they're not that proud of their past. You know, we all have different experiences. And that's okay because we learn things along the way. But I understand that maybe you as a woman, you may feel that you could be unfairly judged by the guy that you like for your past. So the temptation is to lie about it. Now, while I understand why that's a temptation, that is a short-term fix for a long-term ticking time bomb. Because something will happen when you're talking in the future about your past and you may forgot exactly what you told him at the time. And if he's a guy with his wherewithal, he will recognize if something contradicts now what you said before. And this is only going to breed untrust. So here's how you deal with it. It's all about how you communicate this. It's all about how you said what your past was. So if we take the most common thing that women are very worried about sharing with a guy, her sexual history, right? How many people she slept with, whether she's had a threesome, whether she's cheated before. Now, if you are one of those women who's had an elaborate sexual history, there's a way that you can communicate this to him that makes him still see value in you. So instead of saying, oh, I used to have one-night stands with different guys here and there all the time, you can say as, oh yeah, I did try some sexual experiences with different people, but I really didn't enjoy it, and it's really not for me. And saying it this way will actually build confidence in him towards you. Because A, you've been open and honest, so to him it shows that you're very trustworthy, and B, you're showing him the values that you have in regards to that kind of behavior. And if he's looking for something significant and something serious, it's very likely he's going to be looking for those said values. It's always best to be upfront about your past, even the not so great parts. Hiding things or being dishonest about your past will almost always blow up later down the line. And the thing is, I'm saying all this only if it comes up in conversation. You don't need to volunteer anything you don't want to share. And remember, you always reserve the right to decide that we don't want to share. And that you say, okay, you won't ask of me and I won't ask of you. Next thing that you must be honest and talk about is your communication style. Not just about how you communicate, but more importantly, how much do you want to communicate? How much of that is important to you? It happens quite often where a guy and girl will be dating and maybe he's not texting her as much as she would like him to, or maybe as much as she needs. And so she can start to feel a little bit rejected or neglected by him. And it's very easy for her to think, oh, well, If he liked me as much as I like him, then surely he would want to talk to me as much as I want to talk to him. And while there are definitely some guys who love to text all day, every day, there are a large number of men who just don't enjoy texting all the time. They may prefer voice notes or having a phone call every couple of days. And it's really easy for when you get these two types of communication styles coming together, one person feels like they're putting all the effort in. But the truth is, the lack of texting from him isn't always a reflection of how into you he is. Because everyone communicates differently, and being honest about your communication style and how much you feel that you need so you feel loved, that is going to save you from being hurt or any misunderstanding. So if you're someone who needs a lot of space and alone time, then communicate that to your partner. Equally, if you're someone who needs more to feel love and to feel affection, then say that to him as well. Now, I just want to make it clear, it is not anyone else's job to purely accommodate for said person. So if you feel that you do need more, it's not his job to completely abandon what works for him to only suit you. Relationship is about compromise. So if you have that conversation with him, yes, he should make more of an effort to message you because he knows that's how you feel loved and how you feel affection. But you should also be able to relax that, okay, if he doesn't message you for 6 hours, it's not because he's not into you. Maybe he's just busy with what's going on. He's just taking care of the things he needs to do. Next thing that you must talk about are your deal breakers. This can be a bit of an uncomfortable chat to have, but the reason it's important is because this is a chance for you to set clear boundaries within the relationship and for them to know what it is that is really important to you, whether it's a certain behavior or something a bit more serious. Being honest about what you can and cannot tolerate will save you both time and heartache in the long run. It's also really good for you to hear what his are because this is going to give you an indicator of the kind of partner he will be within the relationship. And you have to definitely be on the same page with a few of these things. Do you want kids? Do you want marriage? Because not everybody does. And do you have a problem living anywhere that's not where you currently are? Those things are most people's non-negotiables. And it's important that you both have the same idea of the direction you want to go in life so you can make it work. If you're looking for a guy who sparks up your love life, make sure you subscribe to his wonderful tribe. And as always, keep it slick. Pow.